Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, very special guest in the building. Mori Briscoe's here with me. What up, bro?
It's good,
welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. This has been a very long time coming. Me and you have been trying to work this out for a few weeks. You dropped the project in the meantime while we were working this out.
A couple of vids too.
Couple vids, yeah, a lot of vids actually. How you been, bro? Everything good?
Yeah, I've been chilling. I really been in and out the stool, videos back and forth.
I'm excited to have you here. Yo, before the interview, you and I were talking about how, like, every interview, people talk about how you're such a great interviewer.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like, people say I'm more articulate with, like, how talking shit, but, like, it be because the niggas that come up here and do interviews, they tend to say the same shit a lot. Niggas be mad repetitive with that. You feel me? You get me? Like, you can't be doing that every time you talking.
Did somebody media train you, or you were just naturally good at?
Like, I don't know. Like, I just
good at talking.
Yeah, I guess I'm good at talking. But
By the way,
the funny part, I don't even like to talk much. I'm really shy on the low. But like,
really?
Yeah.
But I mean, every interview I've seen of you, you've been talking for like 40 minutes, like tops too.
Cause like once I get into a good conversation, it's like I can keep it going.
Yeah, you get into the vibe. Big salute to the other side at Rap Clout, my boy Art. Salute to y'all. Those are the interviews I watched earlier today. But I'm excited to have you here, bro. We got a new project out now.
Yeah, running out of time on all platforms. We got Blickavelli, we got Me Versus Me. Those are the top 3 right now.
Those just this year.
Yeah.
Because you dropped like 3 or 4 projects last year. And that's what I kind of like about you. I'm like, yo, every couple months, you got a new project out. You know what I'm saying?
Because I got to keep my fans, like, they got to keep a new sound in me. Right. I don't want niggas hearing the old me. I want them to see how I progress, how I'm seeing it.
Even after only a couple months.
Yeah.
Because, like, when we talk about dropping a lot, I always tell artists, like, especially when they're, you know, early on in their career, I'm like, yo, just drop. You know what I'm saying?
That's why most of my mans that rap, I always tell them, I'm like, the key to this shit is really consistency. Like, as long as you keep dropping, they eventually not going to have a choice but to listen to you. You're going to be dropping so much, like, other people that chill around them listening to music, they're going, yo, you heard about this nigga? They going to be like, nah, let me see what's going on. See all your videos, down and down and down.
Right. I forgot who said it on Twitter, but it was a long time ago. Someone was like, yo, all artists out there, stop being fucking mysterious and just put out the music. Because, you know, some artists will, like, delete their whole Instagram. And like
all that shit is for what?
You're
going to keep doing what you're doing.
You're like, why are you doing this? Oh, that's not my phone buzz. I thought it was my phone buzz. It might be yours. But it's funny because whenever I talk to artists about dropping a lot, I be thinking about that tweet because I'm like, yeah, like, stop being mysterious. You know what I'm saying? One day when you're on that Kendrick Lamar, Drake level, whatever, you could you know, be mysterious. You could go off the grid. You could do whatever. But right now you're in that period of time where it's like
people don't really care about you enough to where you could disappear and you come back and people is expecting it. Like, niggas don't care about that. Keep doing what you're doing. And get your name up. And
you're trying to bring in that audience too, you know what I'm saying? So it's more like you want to stay in front of people's faces because in this day and age where videos are kind of like the key to a lot of the stuff in the New York music scene, and you know, every day there's a new rapper out, you know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that, like, you stay in front of the people's faces, you stay on the blogs, you stay dropping the videos, and they stay seeing you at the same time too.
Yeah, definitely. Because I was paying attention to my views, like, on the streams that I get on my albums, and I noticed that, like, the audios is never as much as what I get on the videos. Like, the audios could be like 20, 30K.
Yeah. And
the video will be already at 100 on YouTube. So it's like, it don't match up. I see what it is. They like to see what's going on and what you're talking about. So that's why the videos is more efficient.
Right. I feel like especially, it's interesting to see, like, the video versus audio shit and the streaming shit now because I feel like that I don't know about other places in the country, but I know in New York that, like, the videos for the most part always do better than the audio. But I don't know if that's because, you know, drill is still somewhat technically of a newer sound, or you know, younger artists, newer artists. Like, I haven't really pinpointed why the streams are less than the actual video itself.
Nah, I think the streams is less than the video because, like I said, they like to see what's going on. So, like, listening to the audio is cool. The song might be hard and all that, but they actually want to see, like, they want to see the money, they want to see the jewelry, the clothes.
Right.
Feel me?
You know what someone else brought up on the show once is that people will also, and I'm definitely guilty of this too, is like, you just go on YouTube sometimes, like when you're chilling at the crib, you know what I'm saying? If you're getting ready to go out, in my case, like when I'm editing, doing work or some shit, and I'll just like have music on in the background, and then next thing you know, it like flips to a different song, different music video, whatever. That's also like a big thing, and I feel like a lot of that also started with when NBA YoungBoy popped up, and you know, him dropping videos and videos and videos and videos. You know, you feel me?
Like I said, like if you're staying consistent, your videos is most likely to pop up when you recommend it on YouTube.
Right.
Because there's going to be so much of them. It's like your name is just, it's going to be so relevant at a point in time where it's going to keep popping up on YouTube. So nobody's going to have a choice but to see it. It's going to be there.
Right. And with like the NBA YoungBoy stuff, I remember when he first was out, I was like, all right, like he's cool. I fuck with him. I wasn't really into his music, but then it's interesting to see like the New York music like culture now with it, and I'm like, wow, this is really kind of what he was doing a while ago, and that makes the streaming versus like the video views make sense to me in my brain.
Yeah, and I never even really paid that no mind. Like people been saying NBA YoungBoy is like a consistent ass rapper, but like I never really paid it no mind.
Yeah. But like once you see it, you're like, oh shit, you're like, damn.
Like, I didn't even listen to YoungBoy.
Me neither.
I wasn't a hater, but like I wasn't never a YoungBoy fan.
Just wasn't your thing. You feel me?
But like
Same.
after seeing people posting about it so much, and like I said, once you're staying consistent and people keep seeing it, recommending it, like I ain't have a choice but to eventually listen to him.
Right.
Once I did listen to him, I kind of fucked with it. So.
But at the same time, like the projects on streaming are still just as important because as you grow as an artist, like people from across the country get to know you, they're gonna go listen to you on like the Apple Musics and the Titles and the Spotifys and shit too, and they want those full body of work.
Yeah, definitely.
And I like how you don't like really stick to one sound. Like, you know what I'm saying? You do like some melodic stuff, you do the drill, you do the sample drill, you do like a little bit of everything on the project. And I think that's something
because you gotta make music for people, not for yourself. You know, so it's like. I gotta make music that everybody could appeal to. I can't just keep on one lane with the drill shit. Not everybody could relate to that lifestyle. So it's like you gotta give them something that people could feel what you're saying, understand what you're saying, and connect with you. You get me?
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of artists will say that they want to change their sound, but they don't ever really make the initiative to do it until it might be too late.
Yeah, until when they feel like it's necessary. But by then, it's like nobody cares about you already because you already was on that one path. Nobody want to hear nothing else from you but that.
Yeah. Because in people's minds, like people, you know, like we talked about with dropping, like people could just change their mind like this. And
that's why I was glad. Like I started off being versatile from when I first started rapping. Like I wasn't always just a drill rapper. Right. I was doing real rap, auto-tune songs and shit. So
yeah, they'll stop tuning into the other people. Go tune into Maury instead.
Definitely.
Which type of sound came first for you? Like what was kind of like the first thing that really kind of caught you? First thing was drill. Okay.
Yeah. Cause I was influenced by everybody that was around me. Like I had niggas like my man's Nick that was around me. Niggas like my man's Nas, Rizzo, Blicky. Like everybody that was around me was drill rapping at the time. So it's like how I'ma try to rap something different from what I'm not into. You get me? The only thing that I could do at the time was drill because that's all I was really seeing.
So what was like the moment where like what was kind of like the thing that made you change? Like because there has to have been like some point where you were like, all right, cool, time to start doing this other stuff.
Like I forgot what rapper said it. Yo, I think it was Birdman that said this before. He was like you gotta do more in life and experience more to be rapping about more. You get me? So like I can't rap about a lifestyle that I get to see or live. So like when it came to rapping about money and having cars and having clothes and all that shit like that, that's when I switched into that lane once I started getting into that lifestyle.
Interesting. Yeah, you know, it's funny that you bring up that Birdman quote because it reminds me of I forgot what song it is, but there's a song on J. Cole's The Off Season, and on the song he talks about the beat of the song and how he had it for over a year. But sometimes you got to go live life, do some living, and then come back to certain things and then, you know, switch up. And that reminds me of that, too, because it's like sometimes you got to go out. You got to live, and then you got to come back, and you're like, all right, cool, maybe now's the time for me to do this beat, to do this melodic stuff, to do, you know, maybe rap, maybe just like flat out rap, not on a drill beat, too.
That's what I be trying to tell people. Like, the whole goal of this shit that we doing right now with this rap shit is to get out of here. Like, I'm not trying to be here for the rest of my life. I mean, like the trenches is always gonna be here. When you make it, you could come back. It's still gonna be there. The block's still gonna be the same. Same niggas gonna be on the same block. So you gotta go out, do more, experience more in life. So I don't even really like staying in New York too long.
Oh, really?
Travel.
You be traveling a lot.
Definitely.
Where's your favorite place to go?
Miami. Back and forth.
Miami's just like little New York at this point.
I'm fake disappointed and I'm tight that this the first year I'm about to miss Miami Carnival.
Real? Oh, you be going to Carnival a lot?
Yeah, every year I've been going for like the past 4 years.
That's dope. It's funny, you could always spot a New York and Miami.
Definitely.
You always know exactly who's in New York and Miami.
When I'm in Miami, I could be walking down the strip and see like a group of 3 niggas and like off rip, my whole mindset locked back into New York mode.
Because you're like, oh shit, where they
these
from?
These niggas look like some New York niggas. Let me fix up. You feel me?
Because they always got like the sweatshorts on with the white team, probably the white beat underneath. Yeah,
all of that.
And it's all
that shit play a role.
Of course, it's a Yankee fitted cap or a Mets fitted cap.
And
too.
Florida niggas don't dress like that at all. They dress a whole different way.
Right.
They be having dreads all kind of different ways and shit.
Yeah.
I know a New York nigga when I see one, for a fact. Anyway.
Yo, y'all better watch out in Florida. More around in Miami.
Don't fuck around.
More around in Miami. That's kind of annoying though that you gotta think like that while you on vacation.
It comes with it though. That's what comes with it. Like even if I was just a celebrity, if I was just a regular celebrity, like still gonna have to be on my P's and Q's and paying attention to who's who.
Do you go anywhere else besides Miami, or is Miami's like home base?
Like Atlanta.
Atlanta, okay.
Atlanta a lot too.
We were talking about Atlanta and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, have you got to work with any Atlanta artists? Have you got to like see that environment?
Nah, not yet, but I'm about to work on some shit with one of my older bros from out there. Shout out to Money.
Okay. Yeah, and I always think, you know, when I think about it now, I'm like, damn, we should get more New York rappers to go take trips to like Atlanta, just so people could see like the studio environment. Because, you know, we always talk about the New York versus Atlanta and you know, them showing love to everybody out there, and obviously here it's you know, everybody's kind of in their own lane. But
that's
maybe
something that I'm trying to do this year too, like more like expanding more, working with other artists from like out of town and shit. Right. So like this fake like my first year like being like a real rapper. So like the years like 2-3 years ago, that's like it was playtime, but now like it's crunch time. Now shit is real. So it's like I'm trying to go to more states, work with people out there, videos out there, and all that.
You ready to get out of New York?
Yeah.
I love that for you, bro. I love that. Because even if you look at like all the big New York artists who have kind of like surpassed like that glass ceiling that I guess is there, they all pretty much go outside of New York and they all do their own thing on like they work with other artists from the South, from the West Coast. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of people blow up too. Like
I got a track right now with one of the folks from Chirac that's soon drop. But like I was thinking about going to Chirac and shooting a vid out there because I need that type of scenery. You know, I can't. It's too much Brooklyn scenery. Right. Like my videos even going to eventually change up because I've been noticing that too. People saying I got to change up the scenery. Like I've been giving the same vibes since I started rapping.
Right. So I asked Tutu this. I guess is a good way to ask you. Like, so do you feel like there's like that ceiling for drill music? I just figured we're talking about it, so I figured might as well bring it up.
I wouldn't say it's a ceiling, but it kind of is in a way because like you said before, the drill shit is kind of like still a new sound right now, but eventually it's gonna get played out. People gonna get tired of that. They're gonna want to hear something different.
Right.
Like I feel like right now the drill is too much of a strong influence. So it's like eventually people gonna want to turn away from that. Like, all right, this shit is bringing too much now into the real. You feel me? The real life.
The other shit. Yeah. I feel like when you look at like Chicago rappers like Herbo and Dirk, I feel like those are good examples of like, all right, maybe we should do some other shit now.
Fuck out.
Yeah,
do some other shit that's gonna make you different from everybody. That's what I like about myself. I'm different from everybody.
Right.
I don't see too much of the drill rappers that be trying to do what we do. They don't do what I do. Like I do auto tune and then I do real rap.
And also you stay out the way.
Exactly.
Staying out the way.
They like to be in the mix, hearing their names and disses and all that. I'm not into that at all. It's just I feel the need to respond and show people the real them when they try to mention me. So that's all.
Cause I caught the strays in your albums. Like when I was listening in the car, I was like, boom, I know what he's talking about. Boom, I heard that. Boom, I heard that. I was like, damn, son. I'm like,
but you see, like I don't try to come direct with it at all. But they know who I'm talking about. For the ones who know, you know.
Yeah, you're not direct. Like it's not like when I was listening to your records, they're not like super direct. But like if you know, and obviously having so many people on the show and being so in tune with New York, like I catch those little things that most people might not. Do you think there'll ever be a time when you're just gonna stop responding and just kind of?
Nah,
I'm done.
I don't want to respond. I always say I'm done, but like I'm done for real. I'm done. I'm not trying to.
Don't come on, bro. Don't do it.
I'm that serious. I'm not really trying to be into that no more. Like I'm fighting cases and all types of shit. I'm not trying to. You feel me?
So you're done responding after this? Yeah. Okay. After this project, we're done responding.
Definitely.
I love that for you. And if the next project comes out and I hear something on, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, come on. I thought we was just talking about this shit.
That. I ain't gonna lie. If that happened, I could bet a ban on that. I could bet a ban on that. You wanna bet it?
Y'all, you gonna bet with your mans?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Cause I'll listen to the project and then I'll DM him. I'll be like, yo, I think you owe your man $1,000 right now.
He gonna remind me. He the type of nigga he'll remember.
The money man right here. Nah, but okay, but if you say you done, you done. Yeah. You say you done. And that also comes with growing up as an artist too. Eventually,
I matured a lot. I was listening to myself the other day, listening to my Exposing Me track, and I'm like, yo, I was really a wild, disrespectful ass, bad little nigga. Like, I was like 15, 16 years old when I dropped that shit.
Do you feel like how old are you now?
I'm 19.
Are you 19 now? But I feel like that and this goes back to what we were talking about a little bit before the interview about how Brooklyn drill has matured quite a bit because it's been 4 years since it really kind of started getting big. Mm-hmm. Bronx drill is still new, but we'll get to that. But I like how that shows you your maturity and your growth, because even you kind of are acknowledging it in yourself. You're like, damn, I was wild back then, and now you kind of at that point where you're like, all right, cool. I'm trying to get out in New York. I'm trying to go see other things, do other things, work with other artists.
Because like I said, the whole point of this shit is to live a better life than where we came from. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's not going to help that at all. That responding and going back and forth is going to bring me down and keep me where I'm at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's going to keep you in this mindset that we always talk about, and you want to get out of that mindset. You want to elevate kind of.
And the influence shit, like I said, I realized me and a lot of other artists, we're really a big influence when it comes to kids. Fans will send me videos of them screaming out gang shit that I don't like.
Or maybe I don't love that.
Yeah, so it's I don't love it, but at the same time I do. I love that y'all look up to me, but my pops used to tell me, don't do as I do, but do as I say. I don't want them to do the shit that I'm doing or think what I'm doing, because it's not the right thing that they thinking at all. Mm-hmm. It's not the right idea. They taking it down the wrong path. So I want y'all to stop that. I'm trying to set a good example for the younger crowd.
Which is also gonna come with the new music and whatnot. Because even after this summer, this summer was kind of crazy in the city.
Definitely, this summer the crime rate went out. I think they said it doubled on the news the other day from last year.
Right. Well, also this is the first summer fully back outside, things being open. So I mean, that's to be expected. You keep people inside, aside from the private parties in the city. Yeah. People go and run amok this past summer anyway. But we were talking about the 4 years ago versus now, and I wanted to lead that into the Bronx drill conversation, because I know you cool with D-Thing, Bando, whatnot. Yeah. So we were talking before the interview. So you first started noticing the Bronx drill stuff earlier this year, right? That's kind of when it first kind of started crossing your radar. No pun intended.
We was just talking about this shit earlier. The first drill song that I heard from the Bronx, I think was Caution by D-Thing.
By D-Thing, yeah.
After that, I started seeing more Spaz Drilly and then the D-Ray. Yeah. I didn't really hear about the other side of the Bronx until this summer type. I heard about B Love and K Flock and them around this summer. They seen HopSpot and shit, because that's when they kind of started going up.
Right. When Bronx drill started getting a little more mainstream and whatnot. Yeah. Which is crazy. Do you feel like it's kind of like the early days of Brooklyn drill? What is your kind of thoughts on that?
I think it is. The whole back and forth shit that they got going on, that's how I used to be back then. Remember the whole Big Ops diss track and shit like that.
The Suburbans and shit like that. Yeah. And when I had Tutu, he was talking about the NYC drill thing, you know what I'm saying? He was really kind of trying to be okay, well, there's this, there's that, but we should just call it NYC drill, because now it's not just Brooklyn and the Bronx. You also have people.
Now you got people in Queens now, Manhattan,
Harlem,
and you just told me, it's Staten
Island got people.
You can't just really single everybody out. Yeah, we all one. It's still New York at the end of the day.
So you would agree with Tutu sentiment?
Yeah, definitely. NYC drill.
NYC drill. See, look what we doing on this show. But because you think of Chicago, right? Mm-hmm. And I've never been to Chicago. I don't really know too much about the different areas.
Yeah, you don't separate Chicago. They don't go and say South Side of Chicago, North Side
South
of
Chicago drill, North Side Chicago
drill.
Chicago
drill, Chirac.
Now, someone from Chicago could correct us, because I don't really know, but maybe at some point back in the day it was separated like that, and now it's probably not. But you think about that and you okay, Chicago drill. Mm-hmm. Right, and then before this, you thought it was Brooklyn drill, but then now you got so many people popping up everywhere. You got to look at it and you got to take a step back and you got to be all right. So if this is a sound that we're gonna own as a city, should probably be presented as a citywide thing, not just a borough thing. But I do feel what y'all had done in Brooklyn is definitely more UK leaning, and then the Bronx stuff is definitely more Chicago leaning.
Because like when this shit really first started, it was more so like UK drill beats.
Right.
Like that sample and all that shit that just started this year really.
Yeah. That sample drill shit is crazy.
Definitely. They got some hard ass samples.
You got some hard ass samples.
If you know, it's the one right now.
Yeah.
I think we at 135 in 3 weeks right now.
Congratulations. That's the what's the name of that song that it samples? And I need your
Someone
love.
that I used to love.
Someone that I used to know. Yeah, but I forgot the guy's. Rob, do you remember his name? Go yeah. He did that one song and then disappeared forever. But that shit was hard.
It's crazy.
That shit was hard. And what I love about y'all when y'all put out those records with the samples, y'all just put it out. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like you salute my boy Cash Cobain, Shawnee Bin Laden, like a lot, and obviously every other New York artist doing the sample shit. Y'all just put it out. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no sample clearing. Y'all just like fuck it. We go put this shit out into the world.
I don't think anybody even gets samples cleared anymore. Like it just be on
unless you're on like a big ass label type shit.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's really the only people that's gonna really enforce that shit when it comes to suing you for the beats and all that.
Yeah, but maybe it's also because like I don't know. New York drill is to the world isn't like a new sound, like very new sound. So maybe it's like all those people, artists at the top that, you know, everybody's sampling, they're just not like, they just don't know yet. Yeah. They're just not hip to it. They're not like looking for it because they're like, because those songs that y'all are sampling, well, not all of them are new, but there are a couple songs that are new within like the last 10 years. And like, they're probably not even like thinking about like, oh yeah, let me go see what the New York City drill people are sampling.
I remember the other day I was in the studio. I heard somebody sample, what was it called? Exposing Me.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm listening to it. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, this beat is fake hard. But like, I never thought I would see a sample coming from like a new school beat.
Right.
So it gave me the idea now. Like, I think I might sample one of my best tracks.
Ooh.
Somebody never really thought about doing that.
Real sample inception.
Yeah.
I saw they did Cash Cobain did a sample of Essence, the WizKid joint. I think Lil Yachty want to hop on it. That shit is like crazy.
Yeah, I did see that on Instagram. I seen that.
Cause you like it's like that's like a brand new song too. Like sampling a brand new record and then putting it out as a drill record is crazy to me.
Yeah, that's definitely some fire ideas.
That is.
Definitely.
And I know when we were talking about the New York City drill stuff. So I know you and Tutu have had a friendship for a while. Like y'all known each other, right?
Yeah.
How far back do y'all two go?
Probably knew Tutu since I was like 15.
Okay.
14. One of those.
Oh, so you've been around. So you've been around for a minute.
Yeah, like we all grew up around the same area.
Right.
Crown Heights and Flatbush. Like my hood ain't really too far from his. So it's like it'd be a whole debate in the towns about whether it's even Crown Heights or Flatbush.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because when I had Kush up here a few days ago, he basically said the same thing. Yeah. So I just found that I find it interesting how I had all of y'all on the show recently, and like y'all are all connected and whatnot.
And everybody's just friends of friends, and then you eventually end up meeting each other. So
right. So were y'all like in like those close circles, like rapping together and whatnot when y'all were coming up?
Like those was like an older group.
Okay.
You know, everybody got their own little circles in that circle. So it's like I wasn't really too much into that rap shit when it came to them. It was just me by myself, like me and my own team. Like before, it used to just be me, Milo Flux, and Trap God Glizzo. Like if you know me from rapping,
yeah,
you would know that's the only two people I was even doing songs with at the time.
So you just kind of stuck to the team for a while. That's cool, but at least y'all were still like around each other. You feel me? Like all y'all were cool.
Yeah, so that's where I got most of my wisdom from. Like Nas and Nick and them, they would talk to me and tell me, put me on about shit that I didn't know about the game before. So,
what do you feel like has been like the biggest lesson you've learned over these past couple years being in the game?
That I learned is from Nick when he told me to stop dissing niggas. I'm not gonna lie, I really should have listened because now I got everybody dissing me. And now they getting the clout off of me. So it's like, he used to tell me stop giving them the attention that they're looking for. So it's like, when he said that, I didn't really understand it because I had the young mindset of like, nah, these niggas keep fucking with me. I gotta say something back. Can't look like I'm pussy now because they saying shit about me and I'm not. Now I really see what he mean because they wouldn't be searching for whoever dissing me if I didn't respond and say their names in certain songs. You get me?
Right. I feel you. I mean, it's like how people could say, you know, different format, but it's like, you know, me on the show. It's like people could say things about me like other podcasts or whatnot, but you know, if I don't respond, they don't get the clout off of me. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the quote? I think it's like a wise man once said nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? Because like you say something and then it just like you just start lighting the fire and then the fire grows until it burns you.
The best response.
No response is the best response.
Definitely.
That's a great lesson.
That's why I said what I said. This is the last. That project is the last me doing that.
You was just getting out those records that you had and that you were like, all right, I'm done after that.
Just had to let y'all hear what I was feeling at the moment. That's all.
Were those records like kind of older now?
I think about 2 of them were.
Okay.
And it was just like I forgot to put it on my last tape, so I just wanted to get it out there. So
got you. Are you still? I saw when you were with Art, you were talking about school. You still doing that part time?
Yeah.
Nice. Do you have a major or?
Nah, not right now.
You just kind of doing it.
Yeah.
That's good though. You know what I'm saying? You smart.
That's what a lot of people say. I see it, but I be on some lazy shit.
Why?
I'm a lazy ass person when it comes to school.
Oh, really? That's why it's part time.
Still, in the back of my head, I had the mindset with like, without school and without rap, then I'm gonna have nothing. So like, I need a backup plan. That's why I gotta get the school shit finished.
You gotta see. You think it better than a lot of rappers think. They don't be having their backup plan.
A lot of these niggas is knuckleheads, man. That's all it be.
What would be like? Okay, so since we were talking about the advice and the school stuff, if you were like talking to, it doesn't, not even anybody specific in the city, Bronx, Brooklyn, whatever. If you were talking to like some of the young guys out here now, like 16, 17, 18-year-olds who are rapping, who are getting hot off, the music and whatnot, at experiencing everything you've experienced, what would you tell them if they're watching this right now?
What I would tell you is when people tell you to not give people a response, really listen to them. Because like I said, if I would have listened from a long time ago, a lot of these rappers wouldn't have a name to them right now. Like, I'm not going to say people's names specifically, but if you know, I had a whole rap fusion going on with certain people at a certain time, and they really got them lit. And now I'm the one that's like still fighting to, you feel me, get back to where I was at, because I fell off at one point. But being that he said my name and we had a beef going back and forth, he kind of got lit.
Okay. That would be your advice to the kids. That's some good advice. I also got to ask, because normally I do this at the beginning of the interview, but who are you like bumping when you were a kid? Like, who are you listening to that kind of influenced the music?
50 Cent.
Oh, 50? You was big 50? Okay.
Definitely. Like, for my first birthday party, my mom said I had a CD, and it was a 50 Cent playlist.
No fucking way.
Like, why the fuck do you got a 50 Cent playlist?
How old were you?
For my first birthday party.
Your first birthday party? Like a baby?
Yeah. Like, from a baby, I just... Like 50 Cent, I walked around the house with a chain that my pops get me that spun around and shit.
Okay.
So I'm really thinking I'm G Unit.
That's hilarious.
It came down to like, I used to wear Air Forces, and I wanted to write on my sneakers, but my mom would have whooped my ass. So like, I ain't even try.
You know what? A lot of artists don't come up here and say 50 Cent. You'd be surprised by how many New York artists don't say that.
I don't got an old soul, but I kind of do. I like listening to old school music and shit.
Right. I'm happy that you said 50.
I've been listening to 50 Cent faithfully.
All day.
All day.
And since we have like all these projects out and you're moving into this new space in your career and whatnot, do you still feel like underrated? I've seen you say that a few times, but
I ain't really gonna say that too much now because I see the attention is kind of getting it now. So like people are starting to tune in more than they were before.
So now you feel like you feel like you're happy with the place you're at now. You happy that
I ain't satisfied yet.
Well, no, not satisfied, but like you're happy. You're in a better place and you're in a happier place than you were like, let's say, like a year ago.
My goal for this year was to be better than I was last year, and I made it. So I'm proud of that.
I fuck with that. How many projects you thinking you're gonna drop this year? I mean, we already have
for
like
2022.
Yeah. Oh well, this year. Do you have any more this year? I think that was my.
I might give one more.
One
Christmas.
more for
Christmas.
Christmas.
About it.
Yeah, do some Christmas beats.
Yeah, definitely. See, that's a good idea. A Christmas sample.
Yeah, I was actually funny because this is a sidetrack, but when I was doing these interviews at iHeart before the pandemic, back in like 2019, I actually had one of my homies make me like a Christmas beat, and I wanted to do like a Christmas cipher in New York.
You should do that for this year.
I should, right? I probably should.
Then just make it a Christmas sample drill beat.
Yeah. But I would obviously have to do it with people, and we could do a few ciphers. Like I could probably get you, Kush,
like
and whatnot
circles.
in the same room. Yeah, circles.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
A circle from the Bronx, circle from Brooklyn, that fuck with each other, so it ain't too much.
Yeah, no tension, no tension. Put like a little Christmas hat on the logo, some shit like that, some New York shit. Yeah. You might have gave me an idea. Obviously, I would bring you back.
Of course.
Because you're the first person I'm talking to this to publicly. But I would definitely have to get someone to make some beats for that. But anyway, that was just a side note. Okay, so we're getting a project before Christmas, maybe. 2022, what you thinking?
2022, I might be a very, very consistent working man.
Okay, I like that.
Because I noticed that when I'm consistent, that's when people talk about me the most. Like, that's probably the most sad thing about me. I hear a lot of people saying that on Instagram. I see it on everybody's page. Like, when everybody posts it, mentions me, texting me, like, I see all of that. So don't think that I'm being blind to y'all and I'm not paying attention. I see what's going on. The most thing that people say is, oh, he's consistent. Maury, the top consistent right now, top 3.
Top 3 consistent. So we're going to have a few projects from you. Videos just kind of come as they come, right?
Yeah, like I could just wake up one day and be like, fuck it, let's shoot a video. So it's just that's going to keep working. I'm not going to stop with videos. Videos is going to keep flowing.
Well, I'm excited for all this. I think I covered everything I wanted to cut. You know, I always have notes for artists, but like with you, I felt like I didn't even need to you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It just, this flowed so nicely, and I appreciate you being here.
Of course, I appreciate y'all for bringing me too.
Of course. We're going to have you hop on the freestyle, which I'm very excited for. Gotcha. I've been needing more Brooklyn representation on the freestyle, so I'm happy that you will also be participating. Before we sign off, anything else that the people got to know about?
Y'all stay in tune for the next album. Y'all tune in to the album that's out now.
Yes.
Running Out of Time. Tune in to Me Versus Me. And that's really it.
But he not going nowhere. He not going nowhere.
I'm here to stay.
He's here to stay. Throw your ats in there so they can follow you if they don't already.
On Instagram, y'all can follow me at The Real Mori Blick. Subscribe to my YouTube, Official Mori Briscoe, because I'm definitely going to start dropping some videos on my own channel.
Okay. So make sure you go subscribe. Go follow him. Go run up the new project out now. Go check out the freestyle. And until next time, Mori Briscoe on the radar, baby. My guy. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Boom.